Today, I'm bringing you a fascinating story that takes us back years ago.
Yes, they have! It's called Australopithecus africanus!
Oh, I've got you now. But where then is the missing link between apes and this Darwinius macilli? Answer me that, Professor.
Imagine walking through the arid lands of Ethiopia in 1974 on a paleontological expedition that seems to be going nowhere. The sun is setting, the day is almost over, and suddenly, bang! Donald Johanson, an American paleontologist, stumbles upon something unexpected. Some fossilized bones sticking out of the dusty ground in the Afar region of northeastern Ethiopia. What he didn't know at that moment was that he had just tripped over one of the most important pieces of the human evolution puzzle, Lucy. But before we dive into the details, let's talk about how this paleontological star got her name. Johanson and his team were thrilled by the discovery, and that night they decided to celebrate in the way any good scientific team would, with music. And guess what was playing in the background? Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles. That's how the little fossil ended up being named Lucy. In fact, we could almost say Lucy had a soundtrack before she was even famous. Now, Lucy wasn't just any old fossil. We're talking about a skeleton from a species that was unknown at the time, Australopithecus afarensis, which lived 3.2 million years ago. What made Lucy so special was that, despite her small size, just 1 meter tall, and her small brain, this fossil revealed something extraordinary. Lucy walked upright, like us. Yes, Lucy moved around on 2 feet, which means there was already significant progress in evolution toward modern humans. The fascinating part is that Lucy was one of the most complete fossils ever found. About 40% of her skeleton was uncovered, which is unusually high in terms of fossil discoveries. Normally, paleontologists are used to finding tiny fragments, like a tooth or a piece of a jawbone. But Lucy practically revealed herself like a celebrity, offering more than any researcher could have dreamed of. And here's where the drama comes in. Even though Johanson and his team knew they had found something incredible, not everyone was convinced at first. The debate over Lucy's significance was intense. Some scientists argued that it wasn't clear if Lucy was a direct ancestor of humans, while others saw her as the missing link needed to understand how our ancestors began walking on 2 feet. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Lucy didn't just walk upright. She also had characteristics that made her quite the multitasker. How so? Well, although her legs and hips indicated she walked on 2 feet, her long arms and curved fingers suggested she was still a great climber. In other words, Lucy was the kind of person, well, Australopithecine, who could be just as comfortable walking across the savannah as she was hanging out in trees. Talk about versatile skills. This gives us an idea of how evolution isn't a straight line. It's more like a network of roads where different species coexist and adapt in various ways. On top of that, Lucy helped change the narrative about where human evolution started. Before this discovery, many thought humans must have evolved somewhere in Asia or Europe. But Lucy confirmed that our earliest ancestors walked in Africa, making this continent the true cradle of humanity. And while Raymond Dart had made an important discovery in South Africa in 1924 with the Taung child, it was Lucy who truly captured the public's imagination and solidified Africa's role in our evolutionary history. Lucy didn't just revolutionize science, she became an icon. She appeared in documentaries, books, and was even immortalized in songs and TV shows. In fact, Lucy is still part of traveling science exhibits, taking her story from one country to another like a true celebrity. She even inspired the name of the 2014 movie, Lucy. It seems that even after 3 million years, Lucy is still at the top of the evolutionary ranking. But here's the best part. Lucy wasn't the only one. Her discovery opened Pandora's box for paleontologists, who continued to find fossils from the same era and even older, sparking a new era of research into human evolution. It's like Lucy took the first step so that we could all start running in the search for our past. Now, if you liked this story, I invite you to keep supporting this channel. With your help, we can keep telling these incredible stories from the past and bring more content on science, history, and evolution. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. See you on the next adventure.